spent my childhood babysitting for my sister. The kids started calling me mom. Uh-oh. This seems problematic. I'm an 18-year-old female, and I have an older sister, 29, who has 2 children, ages 8 and 4. Most of my childhood was spent taking care of her children while she went out to parties and such. Now that I'm going off to do a course in practical nursing to boost my resume for university, she's asking me to put my future on hold and look after her children so that she can enjoy herself before I leave for university. By the way, this comes from Best Question 7940, and if you want to submit your own stories, just go to the r/OK Storytime subreddit.
So your sister is taking away from your ability to have teenager experiences?
Thing is, my mom warned me when I was young not to babysit or look after her children because of her attitude. I didn't listen. She also said that this might be my sister being jealous because she used to go to nursing school but made friends with the wrong group in the end, and then she didn't pass her final exam, so she dropped out of school. So everything came to a head yesterday because applications for the course started yesterday when I was talking to our mom about it. My sister heard that I applied. She got upset and started shouting about how selfish I am and how this is the only thing she's ever asked me to do. Like I didn't spend my whole childhood from age 11 to now looking after and taking care of her children. I told her to stop being childish and that it isn't my fault that she had children and I am not their mother. The children call me mom. They did for about 2 years, even when corrected, and they still call me mom. Apparently, I should have said this sooner. She started yelling at our mom, saying that I'm her favorite because if I wasn't, she would tell me to put my future aside and help her with her children. Our mom told her point blank that she would never tell any of us to put our future on hold. She said that she gave us all the same opportunity, and it's not anyone's fault that she didn't use hers wisely. Now she has children, and I'm going to take my life more seriously. She needs to take responsibility for her children because no one told her to have them, and she can't look after them. She started crying and left. Then my mom started yelling at me, saying that she warned me from the very beginning, and I didn't listen. She said that I need to stop being a pushover because I lost my whole childhood when I was supposed to be outside playing with my friends, going out, and just being a kid. I was babysitting like I gave birth. She said it's my fault my sister became so entitled because when she made plans for me to go out, I would cancel to watch the children. She's not wrong. I would always feel sorry for my sister because she knew how to manipulate me just because I don't like to see people suffer or be sad. Sorry for the long post. I just want to know if I'm the a-hole for not putting my future on hold. Thank you for all the support and kind words. It has been eye-opening. So yesterday, after my sister left crying, she didn't come home immediately. She waited for her kids' school to be dismissed to pick them up. I know I should have expected her to try and poison them against me, but I really wanted to give her the benefit of the doubt that she wouldn't stoop that low. When they came home, the children were crying. They ran up to me asking me not to hate them, and that broke me. My niece went into a panic attack because when she gets overwhelmed, she starts having panic attacks. I've brought her to a doctor before, and she was diagnosed with ADHD and anxiety, so it takes a lot of my energy to calm her down as someone with ADHD as well.
She's just like me for real.
Dude, for real, me too. We see you, we're with you, we are you. Oh my gosh. I asked my mom to take the kids to my room as that's the only place they feel safe when they're overwhelmed. Wow. Her room is the only place that they feel safe.
Again, insanity.
After they were out of earshot, I went off on my sister. I became a little personal with some of the things I said, but here's the gist of it. When will you grow up? You've had 7 to 8 years to run around, party, and do as you please, while I've been raising your children to the point where they call me mom. When will you wake up and be the best mother to your children instead of going out drinking and jumping from one man to another? I'm sick and tired of you. I'm not putting my life on hold for you. I've done enough for you. I love the kids, but as the only sensible role model they have, I do this to show them it's okay to leave people behind. So get your crap together and be the best mother you can to those kids because they're amazing. Do you think dealing with 2 children who have ADHD and are on the spectrum is easy? It's not, but I did do it without any help from anyone, not even mom because she was always working. And I can't really blame her because my dad passed and she was the only one there to work and provide for my younger brother and me. So yeah, I basically raised 3 kids from age 11 till now, and that's going to change. Wow, good on you, man.
Stand up for yourself. And this is us as Bing Bop Boom 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 Bop Bam.
Bing bop boom 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 bop bam. Wouldn't understand. I left her in the living room and called Tony and James, my nibbling's father. I explained the situation and I told them it's time for them to be a part of their children's lives. Like, they can't just send child support because children need their parents for proper development. Our 34-year-old brother, Josh, called mom and told her to have me pack my bags and move in with him until my program started. I'm going to write letters for my nibblings so that their mom doesn't cause any more damage. I've made a list of things they like, how to get them to take their medicine, and how to calm them down. I even have a scrapbook of all of our moments for each of them. I did later explain to them that I'll always love them. I'm worried, even though I taught my niece how to take care of herself and her brother, I don't want a repeat of my upbringing. They deserve way more than that. My mom also apologized for neglecting me and not being a good mom. I've forgiven her. Later, after I helped my nibblings with their homework, I bathed them and put them to bed and started my homework. My sister came into my room asking if we could talk. I said yes. She apologized. Interesting. Yes, she did. She said that she was jealous that I didn't make any wrong decisions, and she's going to send the kids to their father while she gets into rehab and therapy because her behavior isn't normal, and she's going to try to be the best mother she can. She thanked me for everything I did for her and the kids. By the way, we would always thank you for everything that you did if what you did is listen to full episodes with more stories just like this one on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever your favorite podcast app is. Just search OK Storytime and you'll find us.
We'll be right there waiting for you.
There's a little bit more to this story, but oh my gosh. She like actually apologized.
Finally.
Yeah, and it's like a real full apology and it's not some sort of like backhanded insults or arguments.
No, this was like this is why it happened and I'm sorry it happened.
And she's like making the right choices to fix it.
Finally.
I was crying at this point. I guess she just realized how hurt the kids are when she told them that I hated them and that I was leaving. I told her that she's forgiven, but not fully. She has to show me that she will change. She hugged me and left. I guess this is a start. Even though it's small, it's still a change. Let's see how long it will last. I'm trying to get into therapy, but I'm on a waiting list. The earliest appointment available is in 9 months, which is a start, I suppose. Once again, thank you all for the support. Oh my goodness. But yeah, that's the end of that story. That was kind of crazy.
Yeah, I mean, a really big turnaround.
Yeah, they actually responded. They actually self-reflected.
You don't see that a lot.
Began actions that proved that self-reflection.
And we like to see that.
All right. We got one.
Oh, we have a caller. Oh my gosh, I've never had a caller on here before. I've never been here.
Let me get their names going.
Hello. Oh my gosh, this is so cool.
Hi.
Is this Tia? Hello, Tia. Welcome, welcome.
So we hear you have a crazy Valentine's Day story.
I do. So it's my first Valentine's date in probably 10 years. First one after my marriage ended. And I'd gone out with a guy a couple times. Nice guy. So Valentine's Day, he says, come on over, we'll watch a movie.
Okay.
So first, he doesn't tell me that he lives in a rooming house that has no furniture in it, that he shares with 3 other guys on the top floor and 7 in the basement.
Whoa.
But I'm like, okay, I'm not going to judge. So we go to his room and, we get all cuddled up on the bed and flipping through the iPad looking for a show to watch. You know how you get that little tickle on your arm when your hair kind of brushes against your arm?
Yeah.
So I looked down and I had a little bug on my arm. And I went, oh. And he goes, oh, that's okay. And he smacks it. And it bleeds. And when bleed red, they've been snacking on something. Guys, I swear to you, I have never gotten up off a bed so fast in my life. The iPad went flying and he looks, it's not bed bugs, it's not bed bugs. So I grab him and I whip him around and I whip up his shirt and he's covered in bites.
No.
And he's still telling me it's not bed bugs. So I rip all the blankets back and it was an infestation.
Stop it.
His bed was covered in these bugs.
Oh my God. And he's sleeping on them?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he was covered in them. So I fly out the door. I've never ran so fast in my life. And I get in my car and I have a sense of humor. So I get 2 blocks away and my humor kicks in and I'm howling with laughter. So I get on, I'm watching you guys. I pull over and I do a voice call with all my girlfriends. I'm telling what's happening. I'm howling with laughter. I'm like, you're not going to believe this. He had bed bugs. This is the worst. I call my babysitter. I say, you need to turn off the lights, put a garbage bag on the porch and just leave it like that.
Yeah, because you can't go inside.
No. So this is one of the coldest Februarys we had. It was about minus 50-ish Celsius.
Oh my gosh.
And I get home and I'm standing on my porch. I stripped down to everything. I am literally standing on my front porch, things swinging in the air, everything's out, and my neighbor pulls up.
No.
She goes, "Hey, how you doing?"
Oh, stop it.
She goes, "How you doing?" I'm like, "Don't want to talk about it." "Should I bring some wine over?" I'm like, "Bring it in 2 days. Don't bring it now."
Yeah.
So I shove all my stuff in this big garbage bag and I leave it outside because it's minus 50. Everything's going to freeze. It doesn't matter, right? What matters because it was so gross. And of course, the last thing I did before I went in the house is I took a little picture from my girlfriends and sent it to them. And I'm like, "Yeah, look." And I walk in the house and my babysitter looks at me. And of course,
Of course.
and she goes, "What happened?" "I don't want to talk about it." And she says, "I just need to know if I just help cover up a crime because I don't trust you." And I said, "It's not a crime yet, but I need to shower." So I went from minus 53 freezing outside to like scalding hot water. And for days afterwards, every single tickle, every single touch, I tore my bed apart for 2 weeks just to make sure.
Oh my goodness.
And I left my clothes outside for 3 days. And my neighbor brought wine. It's my first Valentine's date in years. The first one since my ex and I split up. My date had bed bugs.
Oh my gosh.
The thing is, when you said that, like, you got bit, I thought mosquito first. But his immediate reaction of, "It's not bed bugs," is so suspicious.
Yeah, and the fact he wasn't even like, "Oh, yeah, I forgot to tell you." He's like, "Oh, it's no problem. Just kill it. Just kill it while it's on you and drinking your blood. It's fine."
No. I have such a big bed bug problem because when I was traveling, France had a huge bed bug problem. So I'm always just very aware of bed bugs now. That was a crazy story.
He was convinced it couldn't be bed bugs because he, quote, didn't feel any bites,
But he was covered in bites?
but his back covered. And then he got mad at me afterwards. So I wouldn't go back over.
That's on him.
I would be like, it seems like you're in a polyamorous relationship with your bed bugs.
That is crazy. Oh my gosh.
Tia, thank you for calling. Crazy story.
It's absolutely hilarious. I still have that picture. My friends still laugh about that.
That's so funny.
Thanks, guys.
Have a good night. See you back in the chat.
That man clearly didn't listen.
He just would sleep tight and he let those bed bug bite.
He did.